Now, our resident curmudgeon finds inspiration in an unexpected place. I've been thinking a lot lately about my color computer. You see, I have been using it less lately than I used to. I'm the kind of person who always likes to try new things with my color computer. But lately, I've been finding it harder to discover new things to try. I guess I could look on social media, but I never really did get into that. Anyone who knows me won't be surprised. But I learned something new. There's a group of people who get together every Saturday to talk about the Coco. They call themselves the CoCoNation, and they say they're the world's leading live weekly talk show featuring the color computer. They talk about the Coco siblings and its cousins, too. They even talk about its red-headed stepchild. I've heard they've got some nitwit doing commercials for them. He pretends he's Sally Struthers. The CoCoNation live show has changed my relationship with my color computer. I find that I'm using it a lot more again. I really like the CoCoNation live show, and I think you will, too.
Here, there we go. Now let's try this other button.
This concludes.
The CoCoNation show is an unscripted, live, and interactive broadcast. Anything can and will happen. The views and opinions expressed by members of the panel and the live audience are their own, and not necessarily those of the CoCoNation show, its sponsors, affiliates, or subsidiaries. Open minds are encouraged, and a sense of humor is recommended. Thank you for being a part of the CoCoNation.
Radio Shack? Okay.
What?
The 80s called.
Welcome to the CoCoNation, the world's first live and interactive talk show featuring the Tandy color computer and its hardware cousins.
See, I'll find the right button eventually. Just go through them all till the right one comes up. So, hello everybody. Welcome to the CoCoNation Show, episode 472. Oh, we made it.
Woohoo!
So, of course, today, special edition celebrating Canada Day, 3 days late, and U.S. Independence Day. So, let's see. On the panel today, we start with all the other buttons I've forgotten to push so far. Where the heck is it? There we go, this one. Start with that one, so everyone's got the same view. And I forgot to make co-hosts. Okay, start up with Kevin Holloway.
Muted.
Close enough.
Okay.
And yours truly, the wrong button pusher. Sleepy Malibu.
Hi.
And Ron Deluxe.
Hi. Works for him.
Next row, we got Patrick Euland.
On the right side of the heat wave. Howdy, folks.
Mm-hmm. Let's see, Marco.
Howdy there. Hope you can hear me.
Uh-huh. Let's see, Ken Waters.
Happy July 1st, +3.
Mm-hmm.
Whoop.
And Henry Strickland.
Hey there, you can CoCo at home, or you could CoCo at work, or you can CoCo in a third space. I'm at a Starbucks today in North Carolina.
What'd you do with all the customers?
Taking it over is what he's done.
I did warn a couple people that I would be on a broadcast today, and they said that's fine. So thanks to them. And I'm going to take back everything I said about it being nice and cool in the mountains of North Carolina.
Yeah. You're on the wrong side of the heat wave.
Oh, let's see. I think it's probably Mark and Ken are the ones not melting today.
Actually, it's very hot here today, finally.
Oh.
Just before I go home.
I was
It's
lucky
warm,
it
but
broke.
overcast.
It broke here yesterday. I mean, we went from pushing 100 to pushing 75. Just
Wow.
zoom.
It's
All right.
It'll be right back up and humid, but for the moment.
it's 40 degrees Canadian here.
That's up there. Yeah.
All right. So on the last row, we got Bob Emery
Howdy, folks. Welcome to the show.
and Paul Cunningham.
What's up, everybody? Nice to see everybody.
And William Athing.
Hey, happy 4th. Happy belated Canada Day.
And last but not least, we got Redbeard, Paul Thayer.
Hello, everybody.
Welcome back, Paul.
Thank you.
I bet he's up to something.
Pleasure
I
to
think
be
so.
here.
Let's see.
As usual.
Right?
We love having the movers and shakers on.
All right. In the chat, we start with Wayne Campbell, Kevin Holloway, Michael Zweffel, Canadian Retro Things, Jim Rye, Sixy, Jay Jones, Brian Blake, Tom Eric Gunderson. Scroll. Kung Coco Fu. Oh, Wayne Campbell. Can't remember if I had said them already. Brian Blake. And we hit the bottom. There we go. Okay. Let's start off with some project updates. So I need to turn that off, turn that on. Let's see. Henry, start off with you.
Okay, I'll start off with mine. There was a little bit of discussion recently on, I think it was the hardware channel in the Coco Discord, about different devices that can act as a bus analyzer, get you a trace of what's been executing in machine code cycle by cycle on your Coco. And I went ahead and made the claim that the Centipede, the CoPico Centipede, would be able to do that. Quick reminder, this is a little circuit board that's got roughly a Pico 2, except I used the B version of the processor. So it has 48 usable GPIO lines, which means there's more than enough to cover a 40-pin DIP for an 8-bit CPU. Well, I made the claim that it would work, but this is something that when I tried it a few months ago, back before Coco Fest, it didn't work, and I decided I didn't have time to try to fix it. But I'm going to show you it working today.
Cool.
And to do that, I'm going to move my camera now and try to mount it out here. And my microphone's...
So what do the people in Starbucks think of you pulling out a Coco onto the table?
Well, I keep hoping someone's going to notice.
He scared him off. He took the whole room over. No one's even
Bring me
there.
another coffee.
Right. Keep them coming.
Okay, so here's my shell. I don't know if you can see it or if you even need to see it. Let's get bigger here. And over here, first, I'm going to reset the...
I love this about your product, by the way. You should see a panic. Otherwise, it's not normal.
I'm sorry, what was that, Rick?
When you start up your stuff, you need to see a panic. That's absolutely a normal part of the startup process. Panic, 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 panic. Plug it in. Okay, we're going. It's like old Unix in the old days. You know?
And does the guy in the background know he's live on the air?
He does now.
He does now, yeah. So
another one.
We have connected to the Centipede, and it has spat out the label that I put in the flash memory up in the very highest sector of flash that kind of identifies what kind of a board it is. And we're going to use that to be smart about what firmware to run. So that's up and going. And now I just need to turn on the Coco. And oops,
is this the 16K
and
Coco?
through here. And I turn it on and look, nothing happens. This is exactly what I saw a few months ago when I tried this experiment. And I got all depressed that, I'm going to have to get out the oscilloscope. I'm going to have to debug this. But if you wait for about 20 seconds, it turns out it's actually working. So, and I can type, but here's the weird thing. Look at the color changing on the cursor there. We're running at about 1/8 the speed.
Oh, that's,
of a normal thing.
That's no disco. That's a waltz cursor.
So I'll type slowly DIR.
Oh, so you have to stay down to
You have to type slowly too. But this is showing that the Centipede has given us disk basic ROM, that it's acting as a floppy, and that it's doing stuff. And at this point, I'll turn off the Coco and go back over here, kill the tether program that runs over this USB cable into the circuit board. And this is where I want to try to mount this again. Let me see what my mount looks like. Yeah, that'll be fine.
Beauty.
And look at the log. And if I search for put CHR, I come to this place in the log, and you'll see that the automatically disassembled code is over here, but that this is coming from the listings of the basic ROM, and that you can scroll through here and see cycle after cycle, read cycles, write cycles. I decode characters being written.
Nice.
And it does have a flaw right now that, let's see if I can find a branch instruction. Here's a BNE. Yeah, so this branch if not equals is a 3-cycle instruction. First, it's the opcode. Second, it's the offset. And then third, it's actually a dead cycle, but it's really reading the next byte in memory. Actually, this one is not. Sometimes it does, and it'll show you a line that you're not really at because we don't have last instruction cycle signal to tell us when's the start of a new opcode. So I'm still working on heuristics to clean that up. Oh, here's another one. This BMI followed immediately by a BMI. The first one is just an extra after the test A instruction. That's what's going on there. So this one is the fake BMI, and then here's a real BMI that's executing and doing things.
Oh.
So why is it running at 1/8 the speed of a real CoCo, and how do I pull that off? Well, the way it's coded right now, it's sending 4 bytes for every machine cycle over the USB back to the PC in order to do this tracing. What are the 4 bytes? The first one tells that it's a read or a write cycle. There's a 2-byte address and there's a 1-byte data. But this could be compressed a lot. I do skip any idle cycle or a cycle that appears to be an idle cycle, which is reading from FFFF. And also, I'm halting the CPU. So I collect some cycles, halt the CPU, send it to the PC, collect some cycles, halt the CPU, send it to the PC. So we could clearly do a lot of compression on what's getting sent over the USB and hopefully not slow down things too much. But I think it's a pretty good proof of concept to show off today. And I'm glad it actually works. It's just running so slow. I thought it was dead.
Is that a ThinkPad you got there?
I'm sorry?
Is that a ThinkPad you got there?
Yes, I have a Carbon X1.
Ah.
All black with the track point. Of course it's a ThinkPad.
Yeah.
I do like it. The built-in camera was working on this one where it didn't work on my last Carbon X1. This is actually last year's model. I went ahead and splurged. I don't usually get the newest PC,
but you save money.
Got 32 gigs so I can try to run some machine learning models, I hope.
Oh, so you got it in RAM. 32 gigs is like a bank. Yeah.
with hopes of learning something.
Nice.
Good job.
Okay, thank you. That's my demo for today.
When you come back, are you going to have it a little faster?
It depends on what I work on. I think there's other things that are just as important to work on for the Centipede. And when I get back from North Carolina to Georgia, mail a bunch of Centipedes to Rick so that he can eventually get them on the market.
Flood the market. Yeah, that's what we need to do. Everyone's waiting for the Centipede now. The Bonobo's kind of old news. We're all waiting. So come on, Mr. Osborne, kick out the next one.
Yeah.
We joke, but thanks for all the work, man. This is
good
amazing.
job.
I saw something in my GitHub about a pico thing, and I don't know if that's doing the same thing as my Centipede or the same thing as my TFR or how different it is, but it looked like somebody else's kind of project emulating with the RP 2350. I need to look into that more. We may have some common ground.
Nice, yeah. Get 3 times as much done by combining 2 things.
Hey, Bill, are you going to give an update today?
I was thinking about it. Yeah. But wait my turn.
I don't know when your turn is, but
Well, it's your turn.
Alrighty. So I'm having problems with OBS today. So instead of using OBS, I just switched directly to that camera. So let's see if you can see this. This is the
Yes.
the Dragon, and Dragon. This is Tano actually today. So booting it up, I have modifications to the DOS Plus ROM to make it work with Fujinet, make it things a little bit more stable. But it boots up into the Fujinet browser, and then I have on my local TNS server. What I've been doing to keep myself busy this week. I've got let's see, 1, 2, 3. I got a bunch of stuff ported over. It's basically pretty simple to make programs that work for Coco work on Dragon. Some of them take a little bit more work. I was working all week, for instance, on the weather app, which you'd think that's pretty basic, and it's basic client for Fujinet, but it took a while to make the library was not working for some reason, and eventually it turned out to be one of the simplest things that it just didn't have the correct initialization sequence, and it works on Coco, but it doesn't work on Dragon, even though the library is 99% the same. So that's solved though, but I'll show you here. Please pardon my typing. I'm slow. And I promise next time I'm on, I'll have a better video input.
We're glad you have at least this much. It looks excellent.
Yeah. Yeah, so these are all either checked in and up on the public servers, or soon will be. But I've got a 5-card stud, the poker game. I've got Battleship, and it's a pretty warm day out here in Huntsville. I've got let's see, Fujitsu, which is their it's a game that's I'm not familiar with it. It's like Yahtzee, a Yahtzee client. And I've also got there's some infrastructure that's there. So I'll reboot this thing again and show you another app. Yeah, so Dragon is becoming a as feature filled as Coco, because basically I got the library working, the Fujinet lib, which most of the new apps are using, and so it's very easy to make it available for make anything that's already ported for Coco available here. The other thing, I'm working on an ISS program. ISS is giving me a little bit of fits, but that's just a video buffer issue. There's a little bit of a video buffer difference, and I just haven't taken that one into account yet. But yeah, 5-card stud is always a good demo. And it's a pretty good speed. It runs the baud rate is the same as for the Coco 2. There's Fujinet normally has 3 different baud rates. It's got 38.4, 56K, and 115.2 depending upon Coco 1, Coco 2, or Coco 3. It runs as fast as a Coco 2. And so yeah, it's full featured client now. So that's really all I got to show. I'll get the rest of the apps ported over the next coming days. And I mentioned last week, and I'll mention it again, that over at there's a vendor that sells the Fujinets for Coco, and he's going to have available shortly the adapter that lets you take a Coco Fujinet and run it with a Dragon with just a cable adapter. So you buy or you already have a Coco Fujinet. You have to change the ROM. You have to have a ROM that's got the appropriate Dragon code in it, but you plugs into the parallel port, and then you plug the serial port cable for the Coco into that, and gives you full Fujinet goodness on your existing Dragon and your theoretically existing Coco Fujinet. So that's all I got.
Hey, Bill, how are you liking Dragon DOS compared to
Yeah, I did have it, I mean, I tore into the source code a little bit, and it gave me a little bit of fits at first for Fujinet because it was running with internet interrupts turned on, and that was causing some glitches. That's why there's a Fujinet version of DOS Plus. But I picked it mainly because I was over in the World of Dragon archive, and I was asking people what's the best favored DOS to use, and that's what they said. So that's why we're here. I guess there is a HDB DOS for Dragon as well, but this is the way we went. And so somebody else could do it the other side, but make it so that
it's an open project. If somebody doesn't like it, they can do their own.
Yeah, exactly. And there's no particular reason what. I mean, if you wanted to do HBD DOS, for Dragon, it should work, and you would get, I think, out of the box support for DSK files. Right now, the Dragon is using the VDKs.
Yeah.
I have a plan to actually have the Fujinet automatically translate when you mount a DSK on a Dragon.
Oh, close that divide. Nice.
Yeah. So and that's in work. It's a couple months away still, but it's something that's coming.
Okay.
Now the next steps on this, I'm gonna do a little bit of work. Get the rest of the apps over, at least the majority of them. That'll happen pretty quick. And as I said, this is all released. I have another trick I'm gonna do with the OneROM, which is another RP2350 program, and then get all the stuff working out on the Centipede board. The Centipede board, we already showed Fujinet on Coco on that. I'm going to make it work for Dragon as well, and get some other features on there like auto detection of Coco versus Dragon. And I might change the underlying transport to use something faster than UART. Right now, it's when you use the pico board, the Centipede board, it's going basically twice as fast as on the UART. But I'm thinking about switching over to I2C, and I could get like probably about a meg baud, which should be and maybe a little bit more robust than a UART transmission, but that's my roadmap.
Fast.
Yeah.
Don't you want SPI instead of I2C if you're going to go fast?
Well, so the SPI is already used for the SD card, isn't it? Well.
Okay.
Yeah, I landed on I2C just because I'm very familiar with that protocol, and I checked the GPIO mappings, and that all seemed to work out for that particular protocol with the current pins that are chosen. And there were some other reasons too, but yeah, I don't know. I'm open.
I started talking with Gemini about if instead of using the USB cable to report all of these cycles to the PC, if I were to use SPI or something that I could get into a Raspberry Pi, even because it's got the I/O lines, and it gave me a nice set of estimates for going at it in different ways and how many megabits per second you could expect to.
Okay. Oh, cool.
Do. And I learned a lot. So
we are a little bit limited in terms of the bandwidth that the Coco can suck down. And so I think that 1 megabaud is probably going to be the limit. Because
all right. I concede.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm trying to get cycle data, like an address and a data per cycle, over to something.
Yeah, in terms of performance optimizing, I'm thinking that once I get the data into a buffer on the CoPico or otherwise, I'll be able to stack blast it into place, and so that'll kind of maximize the throughput. But fingers crossed. Well, it's going to be a couple of months of experimenting before that stuff is ready for release anyway. But I'll share it as I go along.
Very cool.
Okay. Any other project updates?
I have really a quick one that I can just hold up here. Remember last week Brian was showing his Tandy Education System stuff, and I was digging through mine, and I found my vid text, which here it is, but I know why he's having trouble finding them, because if you open one up, it's the perfect place to keep all of your video games. These binders, I would have bought 20 of them if they were available for sale as empty binders. Stick it on the shelf. It fits with all of your, and it holds all of the little loose games, and
looks a little battered.
So Videotex is not what's actually in there.
Oh, Videotex hasn't been here in 20 years, and I'm pretty sure most of these binders got sucked up to put your video games in it. I mean, I've got games, I've got the floppies, I've got the little stuff, I got the big. They all fit in here, and you put them next to your OS 9 manuals, and it all looks official on the wall there. But you can tell this one's been on the shelf for a while by the color change.
Yeah.
the patina.
But anyway, I guess that's where a lot of these went, is educational system. I don't need educational stuff, but I need to store my game manuals. So let me show them in this thing.
Good job.
Anyway, yeah, I was looking. I lost my Tandy profile. I must have sold it to somebody. I did find this one, but yeah, there's nothing in it because it was all ripped out to put a game manual in it. And I'm just betting a lot of people did that very thing. Anyway, not very productive, but
what's good enough for you?
Entertainment, yeah. Oh, we got Mark away. Make it run back.
Yeah, I was looking on my bookshelf.
See if you have any. Yeah, I know there was a lot of these at one time. I remember going to a Radio Shack and they had a wall full of them. And I go looking, and there's none out in the world anymore. It's like they all just vanished. And except Brian's got a couple.
They're probably in a landfill with all the ET cartridges.
I think they're all just full of video game manuals and all the whatever was originally. This is a really nice package. If Tandy sold them, I would have bought them. Just the whole open it up and put your stuff in one side and close it, and it's all neat on the shelf. You don't have
doesn't fall out.
10,000 manuals and a pile of floppy disks. And it was a great package. If they'd have sold it, I'd have bought it. Instead, we all probably bought the profile at the $2.99 sale and threw all the guts away so we could get the binders.
Okay.
Does anybody want to get a quick preview of the latest version of Space Warp with sound and color?
Sure.
Cool.
I worked on it a little bit last week. I think Mark O and I are probably going to get together this Tuesday and probably do a deeper dive.
Yep. Sorry, we missed this one. Still moving stuff. I'm done now.
You got to have a house. I don't know.
He's got all those U-Haul boxes in the background there.
He's a very needy person there. He wants a house.
Yeah.
He wants his food out. He wants a place to stay. Bed, I bet, everything.
Let's see. I've got my camera here. I'll try to give a good view of this, but if you remember, I've been using the RP 2350. Actually, let me switch back real quick. I've been using this thing, this little tiny console that I've built running XRoar, and I've been refining it, really getting it working pretty well. I still haven't tested a lot on other things, but it runs my game. So let me boot that up real quick.
Problem solved.
Right. If it runs my software, what's the problem?
Right.
You got to start somewhere.
So yeah, we just power it on and boots up, and we've got Space Warp. Hopefully that will focus better somehow. Wow, you'd think it would.
Stick your hand right up against the screen. It'll focus on your hand, and then when you take it away, it'll stay focused. Oh, and then it unfocused again. And an evil camera. It hates us.
All right, well, let's do. Let me do this real quick. We'll just switch around. Oops. Oh no.
Oh, use the good camera.
All right.
Yeah, that works.
All right.
First world problems.
And so, yeah, I got to move my keyboard back now so that we can see
no,
it.
everybody's got to sit back. No, it won't focus anymore.
So the thing you'll notice mostly is it does have a sort of a title screen. I don't know if you can hear the sound off it. Let me I've got the memory pretty much filled up. There isn't much room for me to add much more to this game or to do much in the way of sound, but I did find a way to add a lot of sound effects using an asynchronous one voice sound library that I've been working on. And so it's been working. I wish I could get a clearer picture at this distance. I don't know how you guys got the pictures you did, but
some of us has USB capture devices, so we can just dump it in OBS and share it.
Yeah,
normally, see it worked, and then it gives up as soon as you move yourself out of the frame. It just can't get that LCD.
Yeah, I can't see the LCD.
Let's just try this then. I'm going to, if I can.
I mean, I almost think if there was a sheet of paper on the bottom side of the screen, that would hold the top side in focus. It just doesn't like the hertz flicker of the.
Let's see here. I'll just do it in nope, that's not going to work either. Okay.
Welcome to the CoCoNation, where everything works the first time.
All right.
World problems.
One more time with this camera. Let's just see if we can get a focus.
Here we go.
That's what live is all about.
Right? That's why we do it, because it's so much fun.
Just ask Bill Gates.
Right? But he got to fire someone after those shows.
It's never a problem of
See, it can focus on the wall, it just can't focus on the monitor. What the?
Monitor's just invisible to it.
And when the monitor comes into the screen, it drops everything else and blurs the whole picture. I really don't get it. Your camera hates you.
Yeah, it really does. Well, so I'm going to preview this game. You can see it has some sound. We'll go into it just a little bit just to see. The game is all color now, and things like the long range scanners and color, and you can.
Now it focuses.
Oh, good.
Cool.
Now the white's on the screen.
Maybe it just needed some activity. I don't know.
Needed white
detail.
Yeah. Oh yeah, every time the white comes on, it gets sharper. Nice.
Beautiful.
Now you know.
So so the fun part is warp drive.
Oh, I like it.
Oops. So anyway, we got some basic sounds on it. We still have the 60 FPS. We have good explosion sounds now. In fact, one of my favorite ones. Self-destruct.
I think your background noise correction is removing all the sound for us. But
okay, so anyway, I just wanted to give you guys a little preview. We'll work out all the technical issues before Tuesday, but yeah, that's what I've been working on, and it's been a lot of fun. I spent the week. I was kind of like Henry, and I just spent the week in land between the lakes in western Kentucky, just with my laptop and and working out all the details of some of these issues. So
not a bad idea.
Kind of fun to bring it back and see it all working on the hardware and everything else. But yeah, I'll talk about it a little bit more in detail on Tuesday for the CoCoTECH, and let you know about some other things that I'm working on, such as the Fruitjam. I just got this. Adafruit just got these back in stock, and they have a kit that basically if you spend about $60, I think is what it cost, you can get their version of the RP 2350 console which has pretty much everything that my little one has. But the important thing, and the thing I really wanted to try out, is it has HSTX rendering for the DVI port, for the HDMI. That should make it a little bit faster, a little bit more efficient. So I'm going to find out. I've actually been working on the build for the past 2 days, so I'm hoping to actually get that up in the next few hours. But the Fruitjam is what they call it, and their whole idea was like, remember when you used to have a computer and you could write software down to the bare metal and write games and stuff. Lemore Freed designed this box, and I haven't been able to get it. It was a special project. You had to be subscribed in their Ada box program to receive one, and then they were out of stock. So as soon as I got it, I ordered one, and I just got it a few days ago. But it does make a nice little console. If I can get everything running smoothly on this platform, I think it'll make an excellent replacement for a CoCo 2, if you don't have one, or if you need one that you can put in your pocket. So yeah, I'm having fun with this, but I think the thing I enjoy most about it is that it's running my game, and I'm getting to play my game, and I can bring my game anywhere I want in my pocket. So I'd like to try some more games. I definitely like to try some more programs and demos and really see kind of where the weaknesses are. But for so like I said, the Fruitjam, I think with the case, with the snap-on case, it's about $60, $65. And then that little one that I built, the board itself is from Waveshare. It's a $9 board. And the little case, which is CNC aluminum, I think was about $5. You snap those two things on, put your software in, connect it up to an HDMI monitor at a USB keyboard, and you're ready to go. It doesn't have joystick support yet. That'll be something I work on probably. But it's so fun to kind of with the state of my actual computers right now, it's a little bit helpful.
Oh yeah, that looks a little
So,
non-operational.
so
I
yeah.
guess the $60 Fruitjam absorbs some HDMI licensing fees to use the better compression and so forth. I'm just going to guess.
Well,
which leads to its price.
I don't think that's the case at all.
Really?
Just because the libraries that I use to render to it are rendering straight. I'm still understanding a lot about HDMI rendering and how that actually works, but it's very simple. And if you're clever, you can stick audio in there too. And that's one of the challenges that I've had, was just getting my audio implemented and then getting it through.
As I understand, that's the problem. What you can do and what you're legally allowed to do are two very different things. And so which product you buy determines how good your HDMI is.
Well, so this one is going to be running on HSTX, which is the direct port standard that the RP2350 supports, that many boards support, just because there's a lot of LCDs and other displays that plug directly into it. But if you hook it up to an HDMI jack, you can render to a monitor, any monitor you want.
Nice.
And the other thing about you should definitely look it up, but the Fruitjam, I keep calling it the Fruit Box. The Fruitjam has, you can tell they didn't deal with the sound. It actually has a really nice DAC built in. So you can set it up to render your sound through the DAC, or even a built-in speaker. It has I think a 2.5 watt amp built into it, so it has a little tiny speaker built into it. When you buy it, it comes with Doom installed. So as soon as you plug it in, you can play Doom.
It can play Doom. Okay.
So definitely fun. Definitely come check it out on Tuesday. I'll get my video working and I'll be able to do a proper demonstration. But yeah, I just wanted to show that to you guys.
Good.
So Marco, are we having a CoCoTECH on Tuesday?
Yeah. I was hoping to do it this last Tuesday, but I was still busy moving stuff.
Oh.
So anyway,
tell us all about it.
Well,
yeah. What are you doing?
Yeah,
this first one is just going to follow. Oh, I mentioned it like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
but I missed
I've
the date.
slept since then.
Yeah, so have I. So Paul and I need to get together and iron out the details, but we'll spend a couple hours, 2.5, 3 hours, something like that. At least 2 hours probably. Tuesday, I'm hoping, is coming up here, covering his projects and stuff. I also want to get together all the AI people. That would be Jay Searle and Strick also, as well as Paul, and try to cover all the different systems using AI for doing modern coding on the Coco. So we got to get that ironed out too. So that's the plan so far. Kind of sketchy, but that's what it is. That sound about right, Paul?
Yeah, that sounds great. I'm definitely excited to dig in deeper. I know it's a little hard to do it in the format of this program, but I'm very excited. Not just about the stuff I'm doing, but the stuff that Henry's doing, the stuff that everybody is doing on the Fujinet team. It's amazing how it's all coming together. It's amazing how a lot of it is happening in the context of this Raspberry Pi chip, this amazing little chip. It's not, and to be clear, this is not the Raspberry Pi chip that you get when you get a Raspberry Pi. That chip actually has 4 cores, and it's really set up to be a Linux computer. This RP2350, it's like the Coco. It's just a raw chip. You can do all of these things. It has all these GPIOs, all these timers, and it's really kind of exciting to me now that we have XROAR running on it, or at least now that I do have it running completely on one of the cores. What that means to the Coco community, what does it mean now that we can essentially duplicate our Coco environments on these emulated platforms, not just on our laptops, but on dedicated hardware? What other things would you do with your Coco if you could afford a couple of them at $9 each and connect them up using all kinds of hardware? So I'm excited to see where everybody else's efforts go on this. I'm definitely focused on sound and video right now. But there's a lot of cool things. I really I'm impressed with Henry's progress, because to be able to emulate memory, to be able to emulate peripherals right on the bus, I mean, that is cool, and that's where it's at.
Well, thanks to the Swiss guy, Torvald, what's his name? That did the move.
Right.
Yeah. He's the one that showed me how to do or his device showed me how to do the RAM, but it is cool. You're right.
So yeah, I hope we can get the CoCoTECH up and running and maybe have some deeper discussions without losing people. But
that's the whole intent of it.
That's the CoCoTECH, yeah. So we don't drive everyone away from this show.
Now, hey Paul, I wanted to add that if you were at the last couple of Coco Fests, the TechDungeon people were selling a BMO bare metal C64, which was a little, you put a 2040 in there, pico, and it was a case. You put a 2040 pico in there, and it ran and emulated a Commodore 64. You could get, if I don't know what your plans are for selling this, but if you're going to make the software available, you could make this available to them, and they could start selling that. The bare metal 64 was a very inexpensive product, and you can get it in more people's hands that way.
Yeah, now I've always been a color computer guy, at least until I became a Mac guy. There was a brief period where I flirted with Amiga because one of my roommates had an Amiga.
Oh, right. But Tandy never put a 68K in the Coco, so.
Once I had a Mac on my desk, it was all over. But, at that time I was doing 68K assembler and doing a lot of, really cool stuff that just, it dovetailed into my Coco experience. So that was really nice. But, I always wanted a better display. I always wanted more colors. The color Computer 3 came out just a little bit too late for me. You know, I was looking at that, but I could get an Amiga, I could get an Atari ST, I could get a lot of stuff for that money, and it just didn't, you know, it didn't fly for me.
Yeah, give me the 68K, right?
Yeah, but then again, you know, being on the color computer too a little bit, playing around with the emulator, writing some games, you know, you're like, wow, I really wish I could get more than 4 colors. You know, I wish I could do sound better. I wish I had the CoCo's sprite, or not this, the C64 sprites. And because people are doing these emulations, because they're emulating these different video drivers on the RP 2350 and for MAME and for all these other emulators, it's really not a mystery anymore. You can do this. And so I'm kind of excited about, you know, possibly setting up some alternate CoCo universes where we've just have a different video card, or a different way to render our games, different ways to do our sounds. I know the color computer
else at Coco Fest was also talking to me with the same idea of having sprites, and he was giving me a list of things that video game authors want. Yeah, it'd be great to standardize.
You know, I just there were a lot of things at the time. I remember, you know, it's like, wow, I really like programming the CoCo, but it just doesn't do all the things I want it to do. You know, resolution, you know, especially for games, I don't think it's that important on this platform. But getting the colors in, getting the sounds, I mean, that's the big thing that came to me when I did Space Warp. But it was a copy of a Model 1 game. The Model 1 didn't have, you know, color. It didn't really have sound unless you plugged it in. You know, so it was a good port, but in any game, you need sound. You know, you can even get away without color, but you need sound. So that was, and me being a sound designer, I program sounds for synthesizers, and I've got a lot of that kind of equipment here. You know, that was something that I'd really been putting off. That was like on my bucket list for a long time, was write some sound code for the color computer. So yeah, so the other thing that I can definitely mention is that in the context of that, I've updated Bare Naked Fourth to version 1.2. It has all of my sound driver libraries, including asynchronous sound, synchronous sound, as well as 1-bit sound using the 1-bit output. I don't know if everybody knows that we have a 6-bit output, and we also have a 1-bit output. Both of those work really well, and I'm excited to use that more, and as I do some more game development and learn a little bit more about how to make that smoother. I posted a couple things to the Discord just about the documentation that I've updated. If anybody wants to take a closer look at that, or wants to see what it's like to write a game or write a program in Forth, I think I've gotten a lot of that up to a really good state where you can read through it and actually learn something from it, not just, I know all of this is 100% done with Claude. If anybody doesn't know that, I'm doing all of this with Claude. I don't type anymore. I did that for 45 years. That's enough. The hard thing about vibe coding is getting it all documented, getting it all sorted out, getting it all to represent what it actually is. And so in addition to working on my game and my sounds, I've just been spending time on the documentation, just hashing it out, going through it, reading it, complaining to Claude that, it's not saying the right thing, giving it references to correct itself. And one of the things that I did for that I think is worth looking at, if you are interested in that style of development, if maybe you're not as technical as you want to be, and you still want to maybe write a game or do something, you can do it. The guide that I included with the latest version of Bare Naked Fourth goes through a lot of good tips about, how I did it, what was my process for doing this, how is it that I got over 500 commits to this project without it just totally exploding, without totally getting lost in the weeds, without, Claude just totally screwing up. And, and the best thing I can say is standard traditional software practices, If you use them, if you know them and you use them, you can get through a lot of stuff with Claude.
So in secret, you knew what you were doing.
Yeah.
Was
Yeah.
the key. Yeah. You can,
And
you can get Claude to work for you if you know what you're doing.
Well, it's a junior programmer to me. And
Yeah.
I'm a senior
Well, yeah.
programmer. I make plans.
And an architect, yep.
I do the architecture, I learn the technology, and I troubleshoot when it goes wrong. And that's the other great thing is Claude will sit there and bang its head against something that it thinks is right, and you're just like, why are you doing that? Why
Like
are you
any
doing
junior
that?
Programmer.
I just gave you the answer 5 minutes ago. Why are you looking for it on the web? It's a junior programmer, and someday it'll get better. Someday it will be better than me, I'm sure. But in the meantime, I'm really having a lot of fun telling it what to do on my color computer.
And so, Paul, which Discord channels are you posting on?
The main ones that I post on lately are XRoar and probably Assembly, just because that's kind of the domain I'm working in right now. But yeah, you'll find me anywhere. I read all the posts. I went through and read 255 posts last night on the Clico Atom on Fujinet's Discord. I mean, I've got nothing to do with that, but it's fascinating.
right. 10 more minutes. 10 more minutes.
Good to see them putting Clico Atom to some good use.
So
Who's next,
yeah,
Mark B?
that's all I've got.
Okay.
I think Mark was asleep.
No, I was actually looking on downloading a CoCoPie image.
We had a side hustle going on.
That's right. When I get a big enough SD card, I'll put the CoCoPie. See how well that works out. Okay. What do we got in the chat here? Okay. Tell you what, why don't we take a commercial break and wake Ken up and let's do game on results.
Okay.
Sounds excellent.
Hello everyone, it's your good buddy, your good pal Amigo, and joined by that dastardly The Brent from ARG Presents.
You're watching CoCoNation.
I feel like that should have been longer.
The CoCoNation show would like to thank the following patrons. AC's 8-Bit Zone, Alex Gayer, Alan Huffman, Barry Tompkinson, Boysen Tech, Brendan Donaghy, Brian Blake, Brian Walsh, Brian Weasler, Kieran Anscombe, Coconut Bob, Daddy Burrito, David Ladd, Derek Smithson, Diego BF109, Don Barber, Eric Canales, Frederick Segard, Glen Hewlett, Graham Wabke, Grant Leedy, Henry Strickland, Jason Warrens, Jim Mullis, Justin Larson, Ken Reichard, Kevin Holloway, Mark Castellan, Patrick Euland, Paul Fiscarelli, R. Allen Murphy, Richard Gore, Richard Harding, Rob Inman, Rocky Hill, Steve Batson, Terry Trapp, The Break Key, TJB Chris, Tom C., Tom Gunderson, Tom S., and William Maything. Thank you so much, patrons. If you would like to support the CoCoNation show, sign up at the URL listed on the screen or in the show description.
Hi, this is Mikey N6IL, and you're watching the CoCoNation, the nation's first live and interactive talk show featuring the Tandy color computer and its hardware cousins.
Get ready for a new level of wizardly technology. Copico Centipede, coming soon to a theater near you.
The CoCoNation would like to thank our Discord boosters. Boysen Tech, Captain Kirchhoff, Frederick Micro Hobbyist Sigard, Glenside Computer Club, Paul Fiscarelli, Paul Shoemaker, Richard G., and Wingnut 2626. Please consider joining Discord and visiting the Welcome section to see what the community has to offer. Just go to discord.thecoconation.com.
See you on Discord.
Welcome everybody to the CoCoNation Game On Challenge of the Week results video. This week we played Penguin Icarus. As this game didn't have a score, it was by participation. Officially, we had 7 participants. But I know there was more than that. I know because some of the people that played on the live Game On Challenge didn't post a screenshot. I'm looking at you, Coconut Bob. Since there's no score, this is listed in the order of how far people got in the game. So we had Mark B, who made it to level 1. Canadian Retro Things, level 3. 8-Bits in the Basement, level 3. Jim Rye, level 3. Tasman, level 3. Dr. Ted, level 3. And the only one to complete the game officially by this list was Sloopy Malibu, who made it to the end screen on level 4. And I know, Redbeard, I'm looking at you. You never posted yours either, even though I know you're the author, but hey, you could have posted. All right, well, thanks everybody that played and the people that posted their screenshots. And we'll see you again next week.
Well done.
And the CoCoNation salutes Sloopy.
Salute!
Actually, I think on the level 3 you should have stated which bubble they got to.
I was going to do that, but not everybody posted at which bubble they got
bubble
to.
number.
Yeah, that would have did some more ranking.
Well, you know, I think if you just got to level 3 and you could get at least onto the first bubble, there you've accomplished something, because level 3 was hard.
I couldn't get off the second. I couldn't even get to the second row on level 1.
That was a.
I did see a couple people that I think it was Tasman or Dr. Ted that was asking about, like, how do you actually get across the bubbles? But so the point of that is that you have to keep jumping up to keep the bubble from falling down. But there is a trick to jumping across it, which I will show when I show the live Game On Challenge. We did get some footage of Paul beating the game, so we'll play that, but that'll be in a little bit.
Are you saying it's possible?
It's absolutely possible. I mean, if Sloopy can do it, anybody can do it. And
possible, but is it probable?
It's hard. It takes practice, lots and lots of practice. But rather than me talking about the game too much, we do actually have the author, Paul Thayer, here, otherwise known as Redbeard. So let's just hit him with a bunch of questions and, you know, some whatever we want to ask him about on this game.
I was talking on mute for at least 2 minutes, so that was cool. I'm surprised that Sloopy, out of all people, kind of beat the game, because he seemed to get the most frustrated out of everybody that was playing it. So
yeah, but Sloopy gets frustrated.
Yay, persistence, buddy. Thank you. Persistence over resistance. I like it.
But level 3 was definitely challenging. A lot more challenging than I would say the other levels.
Yeah, I mean, I made this game for a couple of reasons. So I remember back in the day, you know, my brother Tim and I were Coco 3 users, and he usually got the majority of the time on it just because, you know, he had a bigger fist. And he typed in this game and saved it on disk, and then he played Gauntlet. And when he would play, Gauntlet 2, and when he would play that, he would leave the computer on for days, sometimes weeks, because you couldn't save back then. And he was like up in the hundreds of levels or whatever. So finally I catch a break and I'm like, where did you have that cool game I saw? And he's like, what cool game? I'm like, the one with the penguin. And he's like, what game with a penguin? I don't even know what you're talking about. So eventually I found the disc, and then it was corrupted and I couldn't even play the game after waiting so long. So later on in life, I get back into the Coco and find it, I don't know, on the archive, or I think somebody sent me, I ordered a DVD or CD-ROM of like a bunch of Coco software. I mean, I found it somewhere. I didn't get it pirated to me or anything like that.
Distributed backup.
So,
although
and
it was a magazine game, was a type-in magazine game, so technically,
right. And
it's,
I played it, and I was like, wow, well, not awesome, not bad, but yeah.
Of course,
anyways,
just for anybody that doesn't actually know, Penguin Icarus is based on a 1990 type-in game from, was it Rainbow?
yeah, it was the Rainbow. Yep.
Yeah, so a Rainbow type-in game. So,
and so I kind of wanted to. First of all, I did this on the Pico 8 Virtual Console first, and then I used that as a basis for kind of writing a game engine for the Coco that it works based on the way that the Pico 8 works. Not hardware wise, but as a programmer, I would say. Because I don't know anything about the hardware on there, and I know, well, I do know that it runs like 2 times faster than the Coco, so that's a whole thing. But it seems to process sound at 400 or 4,000 hertz though. Because when I converted to sound effects, like there was minimal noticeable change. Normally I can hear a big difference going from like something that has a sample rate of 8 kilohertz or higher down to 4,000. But in this instance, I didn't notice that. So that's kind of the background on why I did it, and I did it for a lot of learning purposes of my own as well.
So is this game going to lead into more following a similar engine, or?
Yeah, the engine's going to stay similar. One thing I didn't take advantage of is the virtual horizontal screen on this. But that's the next iteration of the engine. I want to do that. As well as a couple of other things that I didn't explore in this game, which I talked about on Thursday. I allocated 16K of memory for the actual program. Everything else is like graphics assets. So came up with a method for swapping in 8 kilobyte banks so that I can expand. I can go basically however much memory for the program as I want. I just need to swap memory in using the MMU. And I didn't do that in this one, and I ran out of memory. So there's a few particle effects that I didn't add. For one, on the second level, the clouds are supposed to drop rain when the lightning goes off. And the bubbles are supposed to pop once you get to a certain distance. And there was some particles that were displayed, but I didn't get a chance to do those because I had, I don't even know, maybe 32 bytes or something like that left over at the end. It wasn't very many. So.
And if you're interested in seeing those extra effects, he actually showed them live on the Game On Challenge. So if you didn't see them, why weren't you watching? Come on.
Right, exactly.
What better things do you have to do with your Thursday nights?
Yeah, really.
I mean, I guess I'll talk about a little bit about what my goals were to learn and what I did, unless you had some other questions.
No, well, I mean, I guess one of the big ones is, of course, as a lot of people noticed, this game didn't have a score, where the original did, as well as we saw your Pico 8 one did. Is that just because you ran out of memory, or?
Well, there's a few different reasons. One, it's like, I don't know. I'm not a big score guy anymore. With modern games, you don't really have scores too much. But there's also usually a lot more to accomplish than there is in this game. That was one reason. I didn't really see the point of it. And then the second was I couldn't remember how I converted the variables onto text in assembly language. And I kind of had a goal to get this done in like 3 months or less.
Mhm.
So I didn't spend a whole lot of time on that. And like the original game too has a bar for the timer. I didn't want to take too long trying to figure out how to get that to run at 30 frames per second because I was having a little bit of trouble keeping up, having the game keep up with everything, especially when I introduced sound, which my sound routine is kind of sloppy. So at 4 kilohertz, it's taken half of the CPU time to run it. It's based on the fast interrupt. So it's 4,000 times a second at, I don't even remember how many cycles, but long enough to take half of the cycle time. So that was kind of like my main reason there was trying to get it done quickly. And then also like I said, I forgot how to convert the numbers into a string. So I figured giving you more time with the fish was a good compromise to that because you could kind of maybe score by, I don't know how fast you could do things or how much time you had left over when you finished a level, because the higher your time is, I mean, the more fish you accumulated, right? Which would basically translate to what your score would be anyway, except for maybe some bonuses for finishing the level within a certain amount of time or something like that. But that's kind of my main reasons.
Well, that's like it's different. Your Pico 8 version, you get a free man if you finish in a certain amount of time, and this one you have to collect a token.
Correct.
Free man,
yes.
So.
And I kind of did that too because I wanted to see how cool that spinning token was graphically.
Oh, that worked. It looked good.
Thanks.
So what were some of the things you wanted to accomplish with making this game?
So one, single pixel movements was one of them. So there's duplicate sets of sprites in memory. The big one was fixed point math, using, and there's several ways to do this in assembly, but I used the A and the B registers, which combined are the D, right? So you'd use A as your integer and then B as a fraction or a decimal. So everything is like basically 1/256th, right? That was one of them. And I used that to kind of calculate like jumping and whatnot. It's done based on it's calculating the arc instead of having pre-calculated values. So that was one thing I wanted to accomplish because like in some of my later engine stuff, I wanted to pull in a tangent function, which you can use for like having like targeting systems, like having different enemies flock towards the player or barrels on a turret, right? It'll aim towards you using the tangent function. So that was one of them.
You mean like the ice blocks targeting the penguin?
No, those just drop straight down. They don't use any math.
They only targeted your penguin, Slippy.
Evidently.
I had an idea of combining switching out palettes fast enough to make new colors. That was one that I wanted to do. And on real hardware, like I've said, it's like really nice looking. But basically you control a VSync interrupt. And on that VSync interrupt, I am pulling in keyboard input and I'm switching those palettes. So the palettes swap at 60 frames per second. If you do it any slower, it doesn't really get the effect. Unfortunately, the inconsistencies of the emulators, it doesn't always reflect well on those.
Yeah, like I noticed a lot of the time when you hit the end screen, your background especially if you're on level 3, would change between the light blue and the gray.
Gray, yeah.
And it would stay a solid color rather than, but then it would just all of a sudden change to a different color.
Yeah, it's more prevalent on larger areas for sure. Yeah. The other thing was doing game states. So basically there's one loop in this game, in this engine. You just change pointers to what functions are running based on the state of the game. So that was one thing that I wanted to do because it makes it a lot easier. And it seems to be that it has reduced my lead time on development, having that type of thing going on. So those were kind of the big goals there. Yeah, that was pretty much it. Oh, I forgot tile map collisions. That was something I'd never done before. Everything that I had done previously, like CoCoBon, was a grid-based system, which basically this is too, but it's a little bit more precise on this game than it was with CoCoBon. But basically with CoCoBon, if you were going to go into a grid space and something was there, that obviously that was a collision detection and you just wouldn't move. And then Timberman was based on the branches on Timberman are actually in a single byte. So I use each bit of that byte to represent a branch on the tree. And then just logically shift that variable by 1 every time you took it, or by 2 every time you took a chop, which if there was a 1 anywhere, right, and you logically shift something right, that falls into the carry register in the CPU. So you could just check to see if anything was in the carry register. And if there was, you got hit by a branch, right? So this one used a different method that was a little bit more complex and provides more precise collision detection with objects and tile maps. So that was a kind of a big accomplishment for me as well. So those are the milestones technically.
The collision definitely worked with the ice blocks.
Well, it works well with the lightning bolts as well, and the fish.
I don't think I survived too long enough on the 3rd level to ever get hit by a lightning bolt.
Yeah, and using things forces like gravity, like with pulling down the bubbles and then repelling the bubbles as well. That was all new stuff that I'd never done before, so it was kind of cool. And now you guys have been tortured by my learnings.
Well, it's interesting. It's nice to get an idea of why the game was made and what actually you were looking to get out of it. And I think you did quite well on doing this because it's definitely a better version than the original 1990 version. So
the artwork's nice. Hey, I was sitting here staring at your little logo face thing, and I didn't realize it was Redbeard. It looked to me like somebody protesting with their fist up. And I thought, that's interesting. What is that? And then I saw Redbeard. And I go, oh yeah, okay, I see that.
Interesting, yeah. It's just a weird lighting side profile of my face.
No, it's weird. Ron is
too avant-garde.
Yeah,
right. Fooled the sign guy.
I was off in Never Neverland while you were talking.
Well, it's gaming, and we know how much you love gaming, Ron. So
yeah,
right.
We're sure you gave it your 100%, your undivided attention.
Right. You guys are cool.
So, Paul.
Yes.
Do you want a mini challenge?
Maybe.
Good answer.
Yeah. What does that involve?
All right. You know,
first of all, I knew who it was coming from. Secondly, I don't know how much time I have.
You know how at the beginning of the Game On Challenge Live, how we do the countdown timer?
No.
Well, we do.
We do.
Sort of.
Maybe
if Sloopy shows up in time.
If you watch the show more often, you'll see it. Actually,
That's
I
true.
always do it. Yeah, I always do it. It's just that since I went from Windows to Linux, I haven't been doing it because I still need to get OBS set up and other things done. But no, the one that we use now was actually written by another famous Paul Shoemaker. And so my challenge to you is, would you like to make one for the Game On Challenge live? All it has to do is just do some simple animations and a countdown from 5 minutes.
But running Linux?
No, it runs on the Coco.
Oh.
A timer that counts down from 5 minutes.
Yep.
With some cool animations.
For the
With
start
some
of the
cool
show.
animations.
Yeah, because
Sure.
originally when he wrote it, when he first started doing it, he would have two characters on
Sprites,
there
or characters.
that were related to the two games that we were playing. But unfortunately, time was not on his side, and he hasn't been able to do it in quite a while. So I was thinking going out to these wonderful programmers and seeing if they can each write one so that we can have something different. So it's not the same thing every time.
Mm-hmm.
And I figured with your library of games that you've made and your experience with programming, you'd probably be able to whip something up pretty easily.
You could just have Timberman chopping at the time, and every time he hits it, the timer goes down.
Yeah.
Or maybe you could have your beard fist going up and down.
Mm-hmm.
My beard fist.
So that is my challenge to you.
Nice. And so you just like display that on the screen while you're counting down to beginning the show?
Yeah.
Yeah, you just run it on an emulator,
Gotcha.
and it just counts down.
Yep.
Cool. I guess I've never joined or started watching early enough to notice that.
Don't worry, I hardly ever make it that early either.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
Can't you run the program to show him right now?
Oh, we don't have 5 minutes to watch the.
No,
well, we don't have to see the whole 5 minutes.
You can see two or 3 seconds go by.
I'm sorry, but once it starts, that's it. You have to play the whole thing.
Yeah.
Then we got
It's
to get the games out.
You're from Canada, aren't you?
Yes,
it's in our contract with Shoemaker.
Yeah.
We're not allowed to play partial bits of his program.
Yeah, we have to play the whole thing.
Yeah, that sounds just like Paul.
Well,
yeah, it's a Paul thing. You know how Paul's are.
Curtis isn't here, and we need something to fill time, so go ahead and run it.
Right.
Do you even have it, Sloopy?
Yeah.
Or if you want to work on that, and we'll just go through the rest of the some more stuff, and you can.
Thanks everybody for getting the game and playing it. There was definitely a lot more downloads than there were reported plays.
Well, yeah, I mean, Coconut Bob, what's going on? How come your screenshot never ended up on the
no comment.
We have evidence you were there.
I specifically did take a screenshot with 69 seconds on the clock.
Man, I even failed to do a screenshot.
But don't worry, I called you out for it.
I heard.
A lot of people say, oh, well, you know, I made the game, so it's unfair if I submit a score, but we're just in it for having some fun. We want everybody to participate, even the game developers.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't feel that way.
Doesn't Marentes, when he makes the game, he doesn't play it to the end, does he?
No, he uses his little cheat codes. He also doesn't actually use math in his, so that's Paul's game has a step up on him. He did that whole pinball game without really using any math.
He even meant, Paul even mentioned trigonometry. I'm not sure. And then,
Yeah,
and eliminating the tables besides. Holy
And fancy,
and that is exactly why Nick has not showed up.
Yeah, right.
Just
right.
mention trigonometry, and that is a
Big tables.
away.
Mind blown.
All right, here's what it looks like. Where is it? Where is there? Push this button, and then click on that.
Yeah,
and
Neutroid popped up. You see that?
how'd that happen?
Kevin.
All right.
Game on.
Oh, it's a nice little demo.
Game on.
Yeah, you see, he did two. One was specific for that game on, and then the other one was generic, where it says this game or that.
We didn't follow the screen switch. Oh, you haven't ejected yet. Sorry.
There. This is when we played
okay.
Nosotos.
How many of us sit there and watch that number get smaller?
Just you, Ron. Just you.
I guess so. I keep waiting for that arm to move on it and his logo.
I'm sitting there clicking the joystick button and it's not start.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Originally, I was going to do a circle that kept spinning, sort of, kind of. But then when I was talking to him about it, because I was having issues with it, because I haven't programmed in a few days, years, decades, he's like, "Oh, I could probably do something," and he started doing them every week, and got about 6 done.
So now you need where you can all your past ones every second. It slots in a past game, so
yeah,
you won't know where you're ending up till you end up there.
Well, I mean, I did a similar thing years ago when for the Game On Challenge, I was doing a custom starting for each results video that kind of had something to do with the game. And I think I got about 4 weeks into that before I just said, I'm just going to take some game footage and use that.
Hey, we could do another prize for somebody that can tell us how many days go by until this game starts. Up there where the Earth's turning.
Yeah.
We should tell.
This could actually work if we had a different still for every second that you could just dump JPEG files in the directory, and your video gets longer and longer as you do more games, and you would end up with an endless intro.
Yes, but you can make it as complicated or as simple as you want. The only thing that we really require is like something moving on the screen besides numbers, so that's not too boring.
And they don't want Paul Sayer's name really large on there.
Well, why not?
Well, no, you
grow up.
If you want to put your name really large on it, go right ahead.
Yeah. Yeah, you can even make your name animated.
Oh, there you go.
Crash into the H, yeah.
Or just use your Redbeard logo.
Yeah.
Crash into the beard.
Animated
have it more from like a simple block font to a script font and back.
You can play this back for all the ideas.
So
yeah, we document our feature creep in the show notes, so you can always come back and figure out what you missed.
And
I have a couple of ideas so already.
Can we see it?
I can't produce it that fast, buddy.
No hurry.
Aren't you done yet, Paul? Jeez,
No hurry.
How many minutes? Like Jim Gary would already have a game done.
Right?
That's probably not wrong.
That's true. Yep.
So,
yeah, MC10 would be a good one also, because I was gonna ask Jim also.
Yeah, we could get just a variety of different intros to use each week. And
does Jim have a beard?
I have no idea.
I don't think.
No,
so.
I don't think he does.
No one knows, so you could always put one on.
Yeah.
All right, so Paul, do you have anything else you want to add, or anything about upcoming projects, or anything you wanted to?
No,
Sure.
I'll share some more stuff about projects on a different episode or something.
All
Project
right,
updates.
Well, he's afraid to now because he gets a job.
Yeah.
when
Well, I was supposed to go to a pool party today, and then I forgot that I made this commitment, so I can't spend too much time.
You can go now. You can go to the pool party. We'll
Well,
understand.
Hints and tricks.
Oh, hints and tricks. Right. I forgot about that. Don't die.
Yeah, that was like
Unless
the best advice.
Unless you're a real fan of seals, because they just love all the dead penguins.
Yeah, cuss early, cuss often.
The big thing in the third level is just to make sure you keep jumping, and you can go left and right and save your penguin duff that way. Otherwise you're gonna slip off the bubble and die. Can't think of anything else right now.
Now, when you're jumping from bubble to bubble, is there a certain height where you're not going to make it to the next bubble? Like, is it just you have to have the bubble pretty much at the top of the?
Yeah, pretty much. There's a little bit of give. I think like maybe 2 to 4 pixels, but not much at all.
Yeah, and make sure that the vertical line on the side of the bubble is in the center of your penguin.
Say that again.
So your feet are hanging over the edge.
Oh yeah.
The bubble has straight lines on the sides. When you go to land on them, make sure that straight edge, that straight side, is at the center of your penguin.
So your penguin's 50% off the bubble.
You're right.
So the center of your penguin is a different way to put it, but okay, I get it.
So yes, the center of your penguin.
Your penguin's center of gravity.
Your penguin is right there in the middle.
Yeah, his center of gravity.
And I wasn't able to get more than one or two or about 2 or 3 bubbles. I wasn't able to get more than 2 or 3 bubbles until I started hitting the Z button twice to jump.
Because the first one didn't register because it hadn't finished its last.
Yeah,
because
it was.
Oh, but then if you do it twice, you're not going to get 2 because the next one won't register.
Right.
So either way, you get
just your second, because that was my problem too. Is that I would jump, I would get over to the edge, and I'd jump over to the edge, because if you jump across the bubble, like if you land on one side and jump across it, you end up about where you need to be. But then I'd always hit the jump button too quickly, and I wouldn't jump, and the bubble would sink, and I'd die.
Yeah, hitting the button twice is because I had that same problem.
One or the other of them will fall in the time frame.
Because evidently it has to read it being up and then down again before it'll jump again.
That's just a good way to do the timing. 2 jumps. 2 jumps. You'll get the timing.
One or more.
Right.
You'll be good.
Yeah.
And this game hates you being alive, so you have to pay attention to things even when you're dead, because you'll respawn in unfortunate situations sometimes. Yes.
Yeah, sometimes you'll respawn right when a block or a lightning bolt is hitting you.
Yeah. So second level, for example, Rick, because I don't know if you played it, but there's thunderclouds that are flashing, and you can't be on one or touching it, right? But if you die and then you spawn right away and it's coming to the one that you spawn on, it will kill you instantly.
Nice.
And it was a design choice that went through a council of people, and we decided that we were gonna be jerks. So
yes, we're going to be evil.
It's like, well, I mean, okay, I'm walking a penguin and I'm jumping across some platforms. How can I make this more interesting? Well, we'll do that. Another element of the game is to pay attention to hazards even after you're dead.
Yeah,
and this is going to get
reasonable.
This will get Paul into the European Video Game Hall of Fame by the difficulty.
Everybody's
right.
Yeah, that is actually a reasonable thing in the game that I felt. What I didn't think was reasonable is when you die with like 9 seconds left on the timer,
and you have to make it all the way across the level.
and then you respawn and you're still at 9 seconds.
But he was nice enough that if you run out of the time, your game's not over like in the original. If you still have a man left, then you just respawn at the beginning.
Yes, but I agree with Sloopy, and that wasn't something that ever crossed my mind or came up with anybody else, anyone else besides you who's played the game, and
Probably
maybe a couple of
because
other people, I think, since then. But in development, we didn't think about it.
You thought that you were giving lots of time, and then you didn't realize who your target audience was.
Yeah, we didn't realize somebody was going to suck so bad at it.
These slow Americans.
Did you have any game players on your board of directors that weren't professionals?
Me.
They were either
and a professional.
They were either completely clueless about playing games, or they were high-level professionals.
I'll go in the clueless category.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess maybe some of them, I don't know. I didn't, I got some feedback and stuff like that, but I didn't really it was just messages as opposed to conversations. And for the Coco version anyway, the Pico 8 stuff was conversations, but that game's basically different in a lot of ways. So.
Well, quite honestly, the timer never entered my brain either, because I don't know. I guess a couple of times I would fall down from the top of the screen to the very bottom of the screen on the first level and run out of time, but I don't know, just didn't occur to me that the timer was unfair. That's just a Sloopy thing.
Yeah, well, and it's weird because I'm pretty sure I ran into the situation that he's talking about now that I think about it while I was doing stuff, and I would just sacrifice my next live to start over usually.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, we tried to make multiple ways to play the game.
Well, you certainly succeeded in multiple ways to die.
The animations were fun, weren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, the best was when you are near the top of the screen, like on the second last level of the first level, like the second top rung, and you're jumping over the gap and you get hit by an ice block and you flap all the way down to the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then face plant into the snow.
Yeah. Well, definitely good animations there.
So,
but as for other tips and tricks, I just a lot of practice.
Yes.
And yeah, it used a lot of curse words because it helps.
Yeah. One thing I did notice is that it seems that the blocks were coming after you. The lightning bolts were coming after you. I'll have to send you that snapshot, Paul, because
I'm pretty sure that they were random, and just the fact that because you're moving across the screen, it's more likely to be within your area that you're moving.
One thing that I noticed was that the with the snapshot, the falling thunderbolts became deterministic, and you'd see where the pattern in them.
Huh.
It's just that whole lucky thing, sir.
I think so, because we considered having targeting ice blocks, so wherever you were standing, it would fall from that same spot.
They're already targeting.
Yeah. And I decided, we'll just keep them random. And the same thing with the lightning bolts. So it's strange to me that you saw patterns of that, but maybe that seed to the random number generator just created something that was patternistic.
Yeah, he's just lucky.
Yeah, I'll send you the snapshot so you can see it. Forward.
Cool.
There.
Evidence of malfeasance.
I forwarded you the snapshot You have XROAR loaded?
I like how you named it Penguin iCarcass.
Yes.
No, I use XROAR online, but I'll check that out.
Yeah, yeah,
another
you just
time
go,
for sure.
yeah, you just go into XROAR and then in the top left use the load command and it'll load you. It'll put you on the bubble level with 4 or 5 lives.
How about that? Huh. Didn't even know that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, is there
Hey,
anything else we want to say about Penguin iCarcass?
If you want bugs found, we'll find them.
Not on the air.
Anybody else want to talk to Redbeard about his game? Comments from the
Anybody?
audience?
Questions?
There wasn't
Bueller?
anything from the chat.
I
No,
didn't see
strangely
anything.
enough,
Nope.
not.
No,
Very
chat
quiet.
died half an hour ago.
I like the thing that Sloopy just brought up, a new game on challenge thing. We're just going to drop you in somebody's game and you try to get your butt out of it.
I kind of like that idea too.
Here's the situation of the week.
Oh,
All right. Well, I guess
cool.
we
Well,
can.
thank you guys. I'm
put-
gonna drop off and we'll
All
talk
right. Well,
later.
thank you. Thank
Have
you
some
for
holidays,
joining us
sir.
on this.
Thank you.
You too.
Thank you for taking time out of your holiday to join us.
Yes.
Yeah, no
thank you.
problem. I need to do it more often, honestly. But thanks,
You're welcome
guys.
anytime.
All right. See you
See
next
ya.
time.
Good talking.
Especially on
Bye, Paul.
Thursday nights.
Okay,
Yes,
and I
sir.
just had some company arrive, so I have to speed run the rest of the game on challenge. So,
Okay, we're quiet.
PAC-TAC II, it's a Pac-Man clone. Anything anybody wants to say about that?
More Pac-Man. Yay.
Is it like a Tic Tac?
Yes,
And then-
it's exactly like a Tic Tac, but there's only 3 ghosts and
they
a lot
hunt
of
you
power
down.
pellets. They hunt you down pretty good, but there is a lot more power pellets. So, and we will talk more about that game next week.
Hey, Ken, we did have one question from 8 Bits in the Basement to Paul. We do know the answer to the first one. He wanted to do it in 3 months, but we don't know how much time he spent per day.
Oh,
Oh,
Well, actually, we'll talk about PAC-TAC on Thursday.
yeah, we will talk about PAC-TAC on Thursday, and well, we'll put that question to Paul when we see him again.
Okay.
Sorry about that, Peter. We missed
6 months.
your question didn't arrive in time.
So, I guess what's the game for next week?
No, I'll quickly share the live game on challenge because I said I was going to show you the 3rd level being beaten. So,
Well, I figured do that after the game, after the announcement, so that you can leave. But if you want to do it now, that's fine. Yes, we had a successful game on challenge live. We had 6 people playing.
and this is Paul beating the 3rd level. So,
I see the blue and gray there.
yeah.
I had that also. But mine was
Okay, so it's a constantly jumping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just can't take the time to not jump.
Yeah, I was
Always be
what
jumping.
he just
No
did
sitting
there-
still.
Yeah, what he just did there on that first bubble, I was never able to do.
Like be able to jump back a little bit to miss the
Yeah.
Right.
lightning bolt.
Yeah, because I would have never been able to jump and then get to the next balloon.
And here's the finishing screen. Yay! You can fly, but you get too close to the sun. And then you start over on level 1.
And your wax melts in your wings.
Yep.
the circle of life.
All right. Well, I guess so the live game on challenge, Sloopy, when and where can people join it?
Thursday, 8 p.m.
And this is as far as I got.
5 p.m. specific. Any other time zone is made up and fake, therefore
your
you
own
have to
problem.
deal with your own.
And where
And
do
in
you
this game
We
Oh,
have
sorry.
normalcy.
and where do you come to participate in this game?
You
How do you
go
what?
on to the Live Game On Challenge channel in the Discord.
Coco Discord.
And you can play on real hardware. You can play on emulators. You could even play on fake hardware if you have it.
And you can play in a web browser.
Yep, using the
If you
Play
have
Now
it.
button. Using the Play Now button from the archive. But yeah, so we actually had what, five people I think playing at once here. So
We had 6 at one time.
we had 6, so we were having a lot of fun. So and
Yeah.
people were, and it's actually an episode worth going back and watching, because Paul talks a lot about this game and the stuff that he did. He shows off the Pico 8 version of it. So,
And I can also tell you something else that that's not well known. Both Nick and Paul and others have talked about their upcoming projects after the show.
yeah, so if you were there after the show, you would have known something about his upcoming project.
Yeah.
But we're not gonna tell you.
Nope. You'll have to see the final boss yourself.
All right. Now let's take a look at what the new Game On Challenge game is going to be.
Is it Neutroid?
Yes. No, it's not.
You had me going there for a second.
Does anybody recognize this game?
Pong?
No, we don't.
If L. Curtis Boyle was here, he'd know.
Yeah, I was going to say Curtis isn't here, so.
Right.
Okay, well, I will just show the title screen then.
Sorry, we're all dummies.
There we go. It is Color Zap. So that is a game where you're the thing in the center. You can fire in the 4 directions, and ships keep coming in from each direction, and you have to shoot them. And we will be playing on skill level 4.
4? Oof. What are we, pros or something?
It's hard on 4, but not impossible. I wouldn't want to try it on 15.
Oh, it's got
what?
It's got 15 levels, or 16 levels actually.
16 skill levels. That's usually a lot of these Spectral Associate games all had that.
So do you want level 4 or do you want level 3?
Well, 4. We're starting on 4. Type in 4.
The 5th level, 4.
Yeah.
Not the 4th level. No. Yeah.
And that'll
Fourth
be our
level
game for the
from
next
0.
2 weeks.
Yay!
And, yay. So enjoy. And I will talk to you guys later. Because, yep.
Enjoy, sir.
Enjoy your
Happy
company.
holidays. Even though it's not really a holiday, have a good day anyway.
Well, my holiday is just about over. So next time you see me, I'll be back at my house.
Kind of short this year.
Really?
Yeah. But then in the fall, you'll see me back here again.
Cool. In time for the burying in.
When are you going back home?
Tuesday.
That's
That's why I won't be in the. That's why I won't be there Thursday.
Oh, you won't be there Thursday?
No.
Oh.
Drive faster.
Sorry.
But you'll be there
So-
Saturday?
I'll be there Saturday. So if people really hate this game that I chose, then you have to deal with it on Thursday.
No, I'll just let them hold it over until Sunday.
End it. Yeah.
All right. I'll talk to you guys later.
All right. Have a
Good
good
day,
one.
sir.
Bye, Ken.
Bye.
All right. Next up is the news. Are you guys ready?
I think we are. Roll that intro.
When you want the latest in TRS-80, Tandy, Dragon, MC-10, and all of their hardware cousins, no matter what it takes, or where news breaks, from around the world to your nation. The CoCoNation News with L. Curtis Boyle. Today's special guest presenter, Mark Overholzer.
We on? Are we live?
You on? You on?
Excellent. Okay. So I did upload the news notes that Curtis gathered for us. So they're available on the Color Computer Discord under the whatever channel it is, no news and notes and stuff under the Coco Talk channel. Let's see. I guess we're gonna what? We're gonna do game first. There's only 3 stories, so it shouldn't take too long. Is that okay there, Rick? You?
Yeah, we're there. We should
Game on
see
news. Okay.
Dr. Pete's screen.
Excellent. So Mark B, make sure that he comes up there.
I already left for my nap.
Yeah.
I think I am the highlighted. No, I'm not.
Yeah.
Oh, I
You gotta
find you.
make me special, man.
I gotta find you.
There we go.
There
That looks
we
good
go.
now. Okay, first news story this fine week. Dr. Boisy Pitre has released has a demo video of his port of the classic Robert Arnstein text adventure game Rocket 2 to OS 9, now written in C versus the original in assembler. This is from a Facebook post, and you're scrubbing through the video there.
Yes,
Looks like
I
a
think
text
you could
adventure.
animate it, but it won't animate. I guess I got into somewhere.
Yeah, just the way it
It
is.
is Rocket 2 with what are we doing? C now.
It's in C.
Versus hacking it out in OS
In
in
assembler.
66809 assembly. Which,
So
okay.
I don't know a lot of Coco history. So was Rocket 2 originally on OS 9, or was it a RS DOS?
There was the
extended color
DOS
basic?
assembly version, I know, because I had it.
Okay, gotcha. So this is
I guess now he
basically
wrote it
ported
in C for OS 9.
and to run on OS 9. Okay, that makes
It
sense.
used to come on cassette for color computer.
Okay, that makes
right.
sense.
Yeah, it had the big manual. And so, yeah. Okay.
Anyway,
Nice.
thank you, Boise. Dr. Boise. Moving along, the next one we have, Retrostalic Gamer did a gameplay video of the Coco classic Time Bandit by Computer Shack Bitchtron. There's a YouTube video. So as most of these things, thank you for watching this. Please go watch the original video post and like it, hopefully. And you might even subscribe so it gets a little love, because most of those people are in it for the subscriptions and likes, not for the money. I think we played that on the Game On Challenge one time. All those cactuses, as I remember.
Yep. Oh, what happened? Come back,
I think-
computer. I
I
need
think
you
we
now.
moved on to the next one. Nope. I think it got reset.
Okay,
Okay,
well,
and
yeah.
anyway, I
Okay.
think we've seen this a bunch. We've even played it. And the third story looks like is Demented Derek on YouTube did a video playthrough of the Disney educational game Space Probe, which he said is based on the earlier Disney movie The Black Hole.
Okay, let's just ask a new link to go here.
Walt Disney Personal Computer Software presents Space Probe.
So is this one of those that plays off cassette where it triggers the cassette for the audio and then loads the segments?
It sure sounds like it.
That was kind of a cool thing that the Coco could do, playing the audio through the tape onto the
Yeah,
audio
motor
channel.
on and yeah, let her go.
Real multimedia.
Well, when you learn about the Plato system, you realize they did things like that back in the 60s and 70s. So being able to have that in the Coco is really kind of a cool feature.
We even got a little bit of color going on here.
Yeah, kind of cool.
Some artifact stuff. With a green screen, we still get blue.
Are those red shirts?
Gold
Who
shirt.
knows? We only get green and blue.
That's okay. I don't think they die in this episode.
Well, they're not going to take me without a fight. No.
Well, anyway,
Anyway, it looks cool.
oh, and they have the. What is doing all the noise? Is that me? Oh yeah, there's 2 things playing here. Time Bandit's still trying to make noise in the
Still trying to
background.
play.
There we go. I killed that puppy.
Killed it all. Okay. And that's
No,
all the
I-
news we have this week, folks. Please go visit these people and show them some love. Okay, Rick, let's do the Dragon news. We got two stories there.
On into
There we
Dragon
go.
World.
Just so our friends in the European continent can go to bed early.
Hang on just a second. I want to see what comes
No
up
problem.
on the live.
No problem.
Okay, that's not too bad. It's a lot less messy than last week. Anyway, thanks.
Excellent. Story number one. Julian Brown has another update on one of his expanded Dragon boards. Facebook post looks like it's got a schematic and a rendering of the printed circuit board. And Simon Jonason,
And
otherwise
Simon
known as
helps.
Invisible Man. Yep. Anyway, if you're interested in this sort of stuff, you can join. These are all being posted in the Dragon Facebook group, which you can join. Being a Coco person, they'll probably let you in anyway. I happen to have a tan on Dragon, so I figured I could get a membership, and I did. But there's a lot of stuff that goes on that could be relevant, especially the Coco 1 and 2 that's being done in the Dragon group. So you should keep an eye on it.
Yes, and you do have to sign up because otherwise they won't let you watch.
Exactly. And I have not seen Julian post at all today. Only Tom Eric Gunderson in the chat, so I don't think he's following us today. Ooh, that looks cool. And that's the next story, which is 8-Bit Fix-It on YouTube released a video showing how he transformed his Dragon 32 into a Dragon Pro, which he adds the dual 3.5 drives and a third modified case. I think I've seen pictures of this before.
So
Anyway,
that's a new top on an old bottom. Is that what's going on?
I think so. Yeah, I think that's what you're doing. Actually, it looks like it. I think they probably just redid the whole case. Probably did a whole new case and mounted his Dragon hardware in it.
It actually turns around and plays music and stuff.
I mean, that kind of looks injected.
Yeah, well, for that matter,
Roll
could be
around to
metal.
the back and see what they do. Yeah, okay. New top on the old bottom. And,
Yeah, I guess it could be just a new top on the old bottom.
a party. I like
Turn it on.
And the Dragon
Still.
Pro adds the floppy controller on the motherboard and I think more video on the lowercase kit, all of which are available as like aftermarket from Dragon Plus Electronics.
Hey, so you toss it under your arm, head off to the LAN party, and you're good to go. I like it.
How much is the rotation motor?
The rotation motor? Oh, that's an optional.
Oh, yeah, right. Make your Dragon spin around at the LAN party.
And mine doesn't spin.
Well, anyway, that's the Dragon news for this week. Just two stories. Thank you very much. And moving along, we now have the Coco 123 news, which we now have 16 stories this week. Again, these have been uploaded to the Coco Discord in the news channel. You can download your own copy and follow along at home. Starting with, Glen Hewlett has released several updates to his BASIC to 6809 compiler. It's now at version 5.29.
This is the readme from his GitHub site, which the link will be in the show notes.
Excellent.
README MD, and you will get to all of the nice everything everywhere information.
Excellent, excellent. Looks like we have 5.29, 5.30, 5.31. Bunch of fixes with case else, if then else. So it says the compiler can now play back movies from the Coco SDC. Essentially, there's a trick with the Coco SDC where applications can actually access the raw SD card image, not just be trapped inside the disk image it's loaded. And with that, then they can stream information from files on the Coco SDC, whether it be audio or be video or whatever. So it looks like he's implementing that, which is cool. Says they also made the Coco 1.2 movie player use less RAM and its own RAM for the audio buffer. Fixed the load M command so it works properly on real hardware.
That's good.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Anyway, you can access this on his GitHub site and build your own binaries locally. It says he's also released a Mac OS X utility for accessing CoCoDisk files for both ARM and Intel-based Macs. Requires OS X 13 or higher. That's handy too. Also on the GitHub repo. Okay, moving along. Micro Games Basic, UG Basic, has also been updates as of June 30th, most of which are cross-platform. Main release branch has a small fix for gamma correction. Anyway, another cool compiler. This one, of course, is neat because it is cross-platform, so you can write code technically once and then port it to Commodore 64, and Apple II, Color Computer 1, 2, or 3, and about a dozen other systems. There's 2 dozen actually. Anyway,
It's a really nice project.
Was it Marco Splendetti? Splendetti is the guy behind this, and he is really good about bug fixes and trying to implement new stuff. Seems to be almost a full-time job for him. Anyway, really cool. There's a couple of people in the community like Aeroco that are really into messing around with this and find it pretty helpful. Anyway, moving along to the next story. I think we missed one there. Alan Huffman's number 4. Brett Gordon, number 3. That's okay.
Let me throw up a tab here, and that's why I have notes.
Good thing we have notes.
Sometimes Chrome just wanders away, and
yep, that's us. Okay. Brett Gordon is working on a musical multi-voice player program, which includes a waveform editor, and released a quick demo showing 3-voice playback. Did you share audio there, Rick? Or you probably did.
Should be hearing it.
There we go. Thank you. Beautiful 3-voice playback. Coco jams, huh? Okay.
I like it.
Very cool, Brett.
Ooh. Oh, I died for a minute there.
Died for a minute and then came back.
And then we've wandered away into a evil place where we have to watch Harry and Megan.
Okay, next up, Alan Huffman.
I'm just going to poke him in here.
And again, as usual, please visit these sites. Click the like, maybe even subscribe if you find their information interesting.
So now this is supposed to work, and now it doesn't. I got Mauricio, I got Andrew.
That's the next one.
Okay, well, I can't get to Alan because malware bites or something.
Is it not letting you?
Oh,
yeah,
no, the H is missing. Cut and paste left the H out.
There we go.
No.
You can't drop your H's on.
No, this won't work.
Not at all. Okay, Alan Huffman posted a blog. In one place he finds the Vic-20 BASIC. What? Vic-20 better than the CoCo's BASIC. He says it's how it handles variable names with things like if-then statements. So Alan has very technical stuff. He was a trainer for Microware with OS 9. Very knowledgeable, a lot of inside information and just knowledge inside on the CoCo itself. Anyway.
He will not only tell you the problem, but will explain the problem.
And usually how to work around the problem.
How to fix the problem, and then what you can do instead of actually fixing it. Because
Yep. So again, all of the basics that Commodore used back in the day, the VIC-20 and all that, all came from Microsoft, just like the CoCo's BASIC came from Microsoft. So there's a lot of similarities.
So he's going on to explain why the VIC-20 is better, but we're just going to skip that part because that's not cool.
We're just here to shine a light on it so you can go look it up yourself.
Yeah, go read it and you'll know more.
Okay, moving along to the next story. Mauricio Mate released a CoCo graphic disk utility and has it available or tying on his Google Drive. So Facebook story, Google Drive link. So it's like a edit disk utility where you can like list files, move things around, maybe even do an unrecover. I haven't looked at it yet, so I'll have to chase this down. Right. Hopefully they'll get it uploaded to the Color Computer Archive at some point. But it is cool. People still making utilities for today. Okay, next up. I'm looking to see if you have any comments, but none so far. So let's keep moving along. Again, the whole point of this thing is to shine a light on these things that might not otherwise be seen. We don't want to take anything away from the people working on them. We want to point you to them so that they get the credit for what they do. We're just being here to tell you about it.
Yeah, all the links are in the show notes, which you should get.
Should be able to get, and they're available to download now on the Color Computer Discord. And I've posted links how to join. Please answer all the questions. Andrew Diller showed some screenshots of the Pocket Fuji CoCo, a CoCo 3 in your pocket that can run on the iPhone. You can sign up for a test flight beta at Facebook. That's kind of cool.
Oops. Yeah, there's stuff here. And the of course the poker demo, because
Poker game. Yep.
All Fujinet demos include the poker game.
Poker game. Of course. How else do you socialize? Okay. Simon Jonasson put up a video showing his old Sawtooth 4 voice player for the Coco on the Coco Facebook group.
And if it would play, I'd play it. You got to find the music part.
Speaker's muted.
No, there's no
audio.
Oh, the speaker on the YouTube or on the browser is muted.
In the lower right-hand corner.
The site's muted. Okay.
Yeah, bottom right corner. Bottom right corner, Rick.
Bottom right.
Up 2.
Up. No.
Up.
Where am I
Here,
going?
give me the mouse.
Left.
Yeah.
Left. Up. Just above that. Up.
There you go.
Oh, geez, not muted now.
It's set to 11.
Now, where'd the level go? Horrible. Why does every tab have a different way to adjust the volume?
Simon Jonasson is notorious for audio routines, and Redbeard should know this, should hit him up. That try to use using minimal amount of processing time. I know that some of Simon's music playback routines only use like 25 to 30% of the CPU time, which usually gives you quite a bit of time for your game to work around it, which is nice because when you're fighting on the Coco with no dedicated audio, you got to be able to balance your sound playback with the rest of your game or presentation. Anyway, Simon's the man to optimize stuff. If you need to know some stuff, go talk with him. He's also known on the Coco Discord as Invisible Man. Okay, moving right along here. Mr. Rick.
All right.
So,
now, why did this change? We get Prince Harry again. Back. Okay, where are we at?
We're up to number 8, which is Rich Stevenson.
Rich Stevens. Okay.
Rich
he
Stevens.
He played out when I hit the play button, I guess.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Dut. Hang on, folks. What happened? Come back, Rich. What in the world?
Maybe you should have typed these in one at a time. I mean, paste them in one at a time.
Well, I had a thing and then I clicked the wrong thing and killed the whole tab, and yeah, the thing died, and then the thing went to the other thing.
First world problems.
And we finally found Rich Stevens.
There we go. Rich Stevens has released an updated version of the Fujinet VT100 terminal and now adds phone book features, including F1 for help in the phone book. So for those of you who remember, VT100 is a terminal emulation from back in the 70s, early 70s, to do character rendering placement. And cool to have that because a good terminal program is a good way to interact with things like OS 9 through a serial connection. He also released a new version of the Fujinet ISS, International Space Station Tracking Program, which adds higher resolution CoCo 3 support and improved color palette and who's in space feature.
Yeah, that's plumb pretty, ain't it?
That is nice looking.
Look at Africa versus Africa. We got a thing going on here.
You can
most of the ISS stuff is kind of you can tell it's a world, but yeah, the Color Computer 3 version there is looking like wow.
Yeah, that's an actual map.
Yeah,
you can shoot at people from that map.
Awesome.
Now, where are we at? Oh, here we are. We're getting back on track here.
Okay. And moving along, next Fujinet one. Speaking of Fujinets, there we go. Its author, Thomas Sherryholm, showed a picture and announced a new test builds of the Fujinet Go. So, Fujinet Go must be for playing on a phone.
Sure enough, looks like a phone.
Android phone or tablet. Yep.
Yeah, they have Android builds that include an emulator and then the Fujinet emulator all in one bundle. They got Coco, they got Apple, they got Atari, and one other. I forget what the other one is. And it works real good.
Something with a Z80?
Maybe. I don't remember what the last
Maybe
one.
the Atom.
I think it's the Atom.
Oh, it says up there MSX.
Oh, MSX. Okay, yep, that'd be
Okay,
Z80.
there you go.
Excellent.
Something
Okay.
to do at the doctor's office there.
Yep. So you can play that 5-card stud poker. Okay. Story 10. Grant Bladeout put up some samples of result from his program, CoCoGFX, that will convert graphic images to Coco 3 graphic modes and even include some animations now. Nice.
Okay. No special before and afters, but
nice animation.
Banana for scale.
Okay. Watch out for the guys with a load of bananas. Okay. Lance Schaffhausen, while waiting for his 64K RAM upgrade for his Coco 2, decided to work on a game called Gruntly's Dungeon to run under his current 16K machine.
Get the hell out of the room. Okay.
Yeah, it gives him something to do. Always got a Melty keyboard too, one of the early Coco 2s.
Right. Early
Yep.
Coco, not much RAM.
Yep.
Fight it out for the room. I like it.
Notice these are all Facebook posts, which some people don't do Facebook, but you know, at least you can see what they look like. Okay,
yeah,
next
the
story.
links are in the show notes again, so you can spy on Facebook without actually doing Facebook. So there you go.
Okay, Jamie Cho's added a text editing app to his MV Kit suite. That's the multi-view supporting library. He has source code and disk images available. So, Curtis says he hasn't tried it yet, but the screenshot indicates that it may have mouse drag, selecting highlighting amongst other features. This adds to his existing draw program and Christmas tree program.
So this is actually WinDent is what we're talking about. He's written
So is
a
this
program
OS 9?
to use the, yes, this is OS 9. This is beyond Graphent, which was the basic windowing system. And now we're into
Gotcha.
WinDent, which applies to menus and text selection and a whole lot of quote Windows like
right
things.
This reminds me very much of that Web's Worst Web Wrangler program.
Oh yeah, we did some of that. Well, and then MV Canvas, just using what
MV Canvas,
which no one wrote for because it was so towards the upper
difficult?
end of the Coco's abilities, you know, and the program you had to buy multi-view to do multi-view stuff. You know, it was sort of toward the upper end of our limits, but would have been nice.
Reaching though.
Anyway,
so that's cool. Some people are still working on developing software for multi-view and OS 9.
It may win yet.
It's not too late. Next up, Industrial Retro Gamer put up a video of his on his YouTube channel about his Coco 3. Looks like an unboxing.
You can have 512, and there's color.
You go ahead and let that play a little bit.
They now have the ability to display up to 16 colors and certain
let's look at the bottom.
Underneath, you can actually see this is where the RGB port will go, or RGB cable will go.
And it's a virgin.
Now the back. One of these days, I hope to actually get something for that. I would like to have a TV and modify it for SCART. That would act interesting. Okay. We now have our reset switch here as a small black button, and this looks to be like the same button that you have on the MC10.
That one won't get broken off.
But then we have composite out with audio and video. Necessary for some.
Oh, you got the good joysticks.
Yep,
now,
two buttons.
Next up is a game that you can run on a Coco 1 or a Coco 2. However, I cannot with mine due to the fact that I am limited to 32K of memory. And that's Sokoban. I really like the Sokoban kind of games where you're just moving a box around and trying to solve puzzles. It's just a simple puzzle game. But this one actually on the Coco 3 actually has an advanced mode.
Yeah, he got
That's
some
enough.
pretty good stuff.
We'll let people go watch this video.
We know where they go. Yeah. Let's see what we found.
Okay, next up. Saf Fast Tech on YouTube put up a 20-minute video showing his power cable modification, adding a set of connectors so he can quickly disconnect it while keeping wires in place. I'd like to see a little bit of this.
That sounds handy.
Let's see. Do you have a YouTube channel? This is very important.
It's a question
While
to
the
answer.
male part of the connector does keep the two
So is this the?
very recessed and hard to reach with the
This is the 12 volt DC, not the 110.
to make sure that any cable you plug into an outlet does not have exposed leads on the other end when it isn't connected into a device.
Oh, it sounds like he's going for the 110.
120. Yeah.
I still make that's fast.
Yeah, some
I like his approach.
Ready to go.
I like his approach. Yeah, hopefully he unplugged his CoCo first.
Right.
Freeze frame I did with talking about everything being out of shot.
Well, we'll know when he cuts into the black cable.
Well, I'm gonna guess. Yeah.
So most of the
We'll know in a minute, right?
was actually on camera.
Let's see. So where do we end up here?
Bear with me.
Helping hands.
Goes there. Oh, look, thoughtful man. You put the heat shrink on first before he stuck the cables together.
You know, good judgment comes from experience. Experience comes
Right.
from bad judgment.
Right. I'm still in
Okay.
the bad judgment phase.
Yep.
There you go.
Okay. That should be enough of that. Let's move along. People should go check out his channel, like it, maybe even subscribe just because. Okay. Looks like we have Tigger the Rat Terrior, Trigger, on YouTube has put a video up deep diving the inner workings of RS-DOS and granules.
Finding a thought.
AI was used to generate this video.
Magnetic floppy disk.
Yep.
This
We have a
records the
nice
grid
AI
of
girl
exactly
talking to us in a
256
irritatingly
bytes.
AI manner.
Calculating storage capacity is straightforward, perfectly back to these immutable
least she's British.
256 byte blocks, tracking hundreds of individual 32-byte directory entry. The first
Okay,
11
so
bytes
yeah, this
hold
is everything
standard
you ever
metadata,
wanted to
like
know
the
about
file name and
RS-DOS.
RS-DOS. I'll have to go watch that. Learn all the basics.
Well, it's good because reading through manuals kind of puts me to sleep. So maybe listening to some British AI chick tell me about it.
Put you to sleep sooner. This
Well,
is Tigger the Rat Terrier.
I'll fall asleep, but then when I wake up, I will know all this stuff because I dreamt about it. You know. So
Exactly.
it works.
Okay, and our last story for this week, retro game coders Chris Garrett released a video showing their retro IDE for web browsers,
And
which
all
now
the
adds supports for the Dragon
financial
32 and
time
CoCo's.
investment pays off. So the Vic-20 has had a lot of work recently. Hopefully it works now. The other big change is if you go to new program, it's a bit more helpful to explain the different compilers or languages.
I need my cursor back.
How to get started with those. So if I put in
computer's wandered
test here,
like an emulator,
it'll give it a basic extension. If you do something to it, you're not losing anything on the original because you can just revert to the
Okay, so
original
he's
and it'll set
making
it
an
back if
IDE
you
for a
working
bunch of
with
different
one by
machines.
examples.
That's what it looks like.
Not just a
build
language,
and
but
run
the
button,
development
and not to
environment,
be confused
which
with
is a whole
pause
different thing
and
than
play
just.
button. So
But it's
those
hosted
things I
in a
need
web
to figure
browser.
out because that's another
Exactly.
quite
So
different
rather
from
than a
what I
universal basic
master
something,
notes
we
in.
have
So
a
I can
universal
console
development
here,
environment,
put TRC, got a whole
which
bunch
could be nice. I mean,
TRC
like Visual Basic
tutorials. They're taken
does
from the
a lot of
repo.
things, but
And I'm mainly
I could see
adding
an
to it
alternative
with
being
C
handy.
language stuff and so later.
Interesting.
So the Amstrad CPC 6128 is a new one.
Yeah, especially if you can throw up
on
a
the
emulation
Atari.
window and check your code while
Basically
you're
had
writing it.
before. We've got BC Micro Master, we've got C128, that's quite new. Plus 4, as I was talking about, the expanded Vic-20.
So
We've got the
in
Dragon.
that case.
We've
Yeah, I
got
think that's
my
what we're going for. Is we're
own
going to have a
basic
combine your emulator and
LGC
your
basic,
coding
which
all
is
together,
coming
and
along. And a few people have asked, where
some
did the
program that
Rogue
will merge
game
them together for you.
disappear to? Well, it's still here. The original Rogue things. If you want to play it.
Well, that's our last story. We don't have any MC10 news this week, so I guess it's going to be a short week.
Well, you should probably tell the folks about what they can do rather than wait for us next week.
What can they do?
Well,
oh, that's right. Other events. Forgot about that. Oh, and I will plug one thing here. So I'm working with Paul Cunningham to do a CoCoTECH this coming Tuesday evening. We'll work out the time, but it'll probably be like 8 p.m. Eastern if it works good for him for a couple hours. And basically show off the stuff he's been working on. And then I have in the works doing stuff with a bunch of people with AI helping with CoCoTECH. So that would be Jay Searle, that would be Strick, and of course Paul. And each of them are using a different AI system to help develop stuff for the color computer. So that'll be interesting to see all the different approaches and what they're trying to do. That's not determined yet, but it'll be sometime soon.
When are you going to announce the final times, and what's the venue for that?
So this will be CoCoTECH Tuesday evening, most likely, is what I talked with Paul about doing this coming Tuesday. So that'd be 4 days from now, 3 days from now, in the evening West Coast, or in the evening of Western Hemisphere time.
Do we look on Discord for the firmed up time?
Yeah, I will post that for sure. So I want to make sure that I have the time nailed down with him. I'm available that evening. I just need to figure out what works good for him and get a couple hours in probably. And probably the others too. Tuesday is always a good day because it's a couple days before the Game On Challenge, which is 2 days before the regular show. So it kind of balances out the week so everything doesn't happen at one point. Anyway, but I'm flexible too. So but anyway, y'all, when I get that firmed up, I'll post some stuff on Facebook and on the Color Computer Discord as well. Let's see. We should go talk about which events are coming up here, and then we can wrap things up for the day. So, scrolling back to the top of the list, let's see what we have happening. So, upcoming events. The International Retro Computer Expo 2026 now has tickets available. This was formerly called Boat Fest and run by the amigos John, Aaron, and Brent for their retro show happening on July 10th and 11th, which is next weekend. July 9th, Thursday setup vendors can set up in the evening. This is a general retro show for old home computers, consoles, and more with gaming highlights. Anyway, you can get your tickets at the link you see there. Link is in the show notes. And that is coming up next weekend.
Keep in mind you're flying into Jaeger Airport, so if they do a barrel roll on the way in, it's normal. Don't worry.
Yep. Or if they exceed the speed of sound also.
Exactly, that's fine. You know.
Exactly. Yep.
Or if they do some crop dusting.
Keep in mind, this is Jaeger going into hurricane, so you might have to head in fast, get down there.
Okay, next upcoming event, August 1st and 2nd, 2026 at the Computer History Museum in Mountain View, California, is VCF West. There's always some local Coco people there who shows up. I was there in 2019, last time I was there.
I just bought my ticket for it.
And you will be there.
Nice.
Thank you, Strick.
I'll be there.
So be our Coco presence and other 6809 goodness. This is where I met Strick the first time in 2019. So
right on.
He was blown away that we were there showing off the color computer.
Who are you fools?
That's right. Especially when you know his history with it, how his feeling toward it. So
right.
And that someone knew the phrase OS9.
Knew the phrase OS9, exactly.
Correct context.
Yes, exactly.
Well, it's kind of funny because there were people who knew OS9 through like the gimmicks and a whole business in. And then you run into them with your Coco and they're like, who the hell are you? Oh, yeah, I know all those syscalls.
Start with good hardware. Okay, up next after that is VCF Southeast, which is combined with the Southern Fried Gaming Expo. It is July 31st through August 2nd at the Marriott Renaissance Waverly in Atlanta, Georgia. So another VCF East Coast this time. And hopefully there'll be some...
Sorry.
No, just go ahead.
Yeah, that one in Atlanta is fun because it's embedded in the Southern Fried Gaming Festival, which is a much bigger thing. And so both go together.
Yeah, 2 parties for the price of one. All right.
Good deal. Also means you probably get better turnout. And then the next VCF, believe it or not, there's 3 VCFs in a row, is VCF
25
Midwest.
parties in one.
Yep. VCF Midwest is September 12th to 13th at the Schaumburg Convention Center in Schaumburg, Illinois, which is a suburb of Chicago. Anyway, lots of Coco people show up for that because it's in the area, but it's also the biggest VCF that seems to be around and run by our good friend Jason Timmons. And always a good go-to, very big, very busy, lots of stuff going on.
Pretty funny. This VCF is so big it doesn't even use the VCF template website.
No, they're kind of their own thing.
They got their own. The last 2 were identical. This one's, no, it ain't big enough. Sorry.
That's okay.
I like it. I can get there. I'm gonna.
Excellent. Coming up after that is Tandy Assembly, which has a new date and venue. This is going to be October 2nd through October 4th at the Doubletree by Hilton Hotel at the Cincinnati Airport, which is actually in Kentucky. Anyway, should be more Tandy goodness and probably bigger and better than ever since they seem to have outgrown the previous venues and easier to get to now. Anyway, you should be able to, I think there's like tickets and stuff you can register there as well. And
yeah, there is a tickets link.
There's a tickets link. Excellent.
I got a table.
Anyway, excellent.
Nicely done.
So all Tandy goodness. And the only thing we have for next thing after that is the second VCF Montreal. They had one at the beginning of the year in January. Well, they're going to do it again, but this time in November. Anyway, trying to avoid the dead of winter in Canada.
And they'll have a theme, they promise.
Anyway, this one will be November 7th and 8th. And it's a different location as well. Follow the links to find out where. And if you need tickets, I don't think you need tickets for that. So anyway, glad to see they had enough interest. They're doing it again. Okay. And the same weekend, there's the next Retro SC computer gaming show in Brazil that's coming up. Large contingent of CoCo clones like the CP400, the CoDeMX, etc. is happening November 7th, 2026 in Florianópolis, Brazil, which is a little island off the coast of Brazil. There is a Portuguese site. You'll probably need to use Google Translate since most of us probably don't speak Portuguese. But there's always a good CoCo retro presence there, or CoCo clone presence. And we have some good friends that come on here regularly that like to talk about it. Anyway, that is the last one in our list of upcoming events for the year. If you have any events you'd like added, please send them to Curtis's email or post them on the Color Computer Discord or message one of us here on the panel, and we will make sure it gets added to the notes so that your event will be shown. Anything else, Rick?
No, I think we've run out of stuff. No one did anything yesterday or today.
Been kind of slow.
So Curtis's notes were, well, I think there might have been a holiday. I'm not really sure.
Mm-hmm. Well, he had another event come up that he got sucked into, so something about saying I do or something like that.
Yeah,
not one that he could skip.
Yeah, not one he could skip.
Pesky life choices. Yeah, they always get in the way.
What day was that? The 6th?
6th? No, I think it was today, 3rd.
Coming up.
Or yesterday.
Yesterday.
It's already done. Oh my God, we can't even stop it.
Oh, jeez.
Yep, can't stand up and object.
Let's hope all of his drives are working.
I hope so.
Right. Cool. So we made it through the July 4th edition.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
Don't set my house on fire or my maple tree or anything.
I'm surprised we had as much people show up and much of us showed up.
We're sorry.
We can't help it.
Thank you, Kevin. We appreciate it because we're not in it for the money.
Right.
Kevin said, thanks again for all you guys do to make the show happen.
Gotta get to Wally World.
It's a happening.
It's a happening.
This concludes another episode of the CoCoNation, the world's leading live interactive talk show featuring the Tandy Color Computer. For all things the CoCoNation, visit us on the web at thecoconation.com. We'd love to hear from you. Send feedback, suggestions, even segments via email to show@thecoconation.com. The CoCoNation show would not exist without the community and its cast and crew. The CoCoNation theme song, copyright 2022, D. Bruce Moore. Mixed, mastered, and produced by D. Bruce Moore. The CoCoNation is over. Join us on the CoCo Discord server. CoCo forever.
Okay, that about does it for today.
It's over. Go home.
So count all your fingers. Make sure you have them still at the end of the night.
Oh, right, right.
And as Nick would say,
we're sorry.
We're sorry.
Yeah, that's it.
We're sorry.
He couldn't find the button.
We're sorry.
You know, I need a button like that on here.
Yeah.
You do need a "we're sorry" button. We've got enough.
Yeah,
Most of it.
especially if he's not here. If he's here, it's pretty much guaranteed, right?
Well, I have a question.
is.
Are Nick and Curtis maybe the same person? You never see them individually. They always show up together.
He can't be the same person.
Nah. No, if he shows up at the next show and he's got batter marks on his head.
Oops.
Yeah, oops.
Okay. We'll
That's it.
see you guys next week.
Chowsville.
Bye.
Sounds
all.
good.
Bye, all.
Later,
Come back
everyone.